Did you grow up watching the drama series The Waltons? The Waltons wasn't just a TV show. It was the heart of American family values during the Great Depression. This heartfelt series brought joy, struggles, and unforgettable characters into our homes, making us laugh, cry, and dream along with the Walton family. But what happened to the cast who brought this iconic story to life? From surprising career changes to unexpected twists, let's take a look at the lives of the Waltons cast, then and now. Do you remember them all? Satu. Kami Cotler as Elizabeth Walton. Elizabeth Walton, the youngest member of the Walton family, was brought to life by the talented Kami Cotler. Long before she became synonymous with the sweet, curious girl of Walton's Mountain, Kami had already dipped her toes into the world of television when she appeared in all 13 episodes of Me and the Chimp. Despite her early success and bright prospects, Kami decided to step away from Hollywood after appearing in the final Waltons TV movie in 1997. Her decision to leave acting wasn't an end, but the start of a meaningful new chapter. Kami chose to focus on education, a field where she found her true calling. She earned a degree in social sciences from the University of California, Berkeley, and began her teaching career at a small rural school in Virginia's Blue Ridge Mountains, a setting strikingly similar to the fictional school her character attended on The Waltons. In 2001, she returned to California and took a position teaching 9th grade at Environmental Charter High School. By 2004, she had become the co-director of Ocean Charter School and later served as the founding principal of Environmental Charter Middle School in southern Los Angeles County. Kami also contributed her expertise as a board member for the American Montessori Society, further solidifying her impact on the world of education. Outside of teaching, Kami embraced her entrepreneurial spirit by managing a San Francisco cafe and running her own boutique travel company. Despite her busy career, she stayed connected to her Waltons roots. She reprised her role as Elizabeth Walton in every reunion movie and often participated in cast events, including organizing the 40th anniversary celebration of the series. Her connection to her on-screen family remains just as strong. In 2018, she made an uncredited appearance in the Hallmark movie Christmas on Honeysuckle Lane, an adaptation of a novel written by her Waltons co-star and on-screen sister Mary McDonough. While it wasn't a return to acting, it was a touching moment of support. Sisters have to stick together, after all. Now, 58 years old, Kami leads a fulfilling life as a mother of two and continues to inspire through her speeches and personal appearances. Though she left the spotlight long ago, her legacy as Elizabeth Walton and her contributions to education have left an indelible mark. With a reported net worth of $300,000, Kami Cotler has built a life rooted in the same values her character cherished: family, purpose, and community. 2. John Walmsley as Jason Walton. Jason Walton, the second oldest Walton brother, was known not only for his warm family moments but also for his undeniable musical talent. Played by John Walmsley, Jason's character brought music to the heart of the Waltons, and it's no surprise that John's real-life passion for music mirrored that of his on-screen counterpart. His beautiful voice and impressive skills captivated audiences then, and continue to shine today. Music has always been central to John's journey. While working on the Waltons, he had the unique opportunity to perform alongside country music legend Merle Haggard in one episode. This memorable moment seemed to leave a lasting impact on him. Decades later, John paid tribute to Haggard during the 45th anniversary Walton weekend, showing that his love for music and his connection to the show's legacy remained strong. Outside of acting, John's focus has always been on music. Over the years, he has composed and released an incredible 13 albums, with his most recent Goin' to Clarksdale in 2017. During the late 1880s, John even toured as part of Richard Marx's band and appeared in Marx's music videos for Should Have Known Better and Too Late to Say Goodbye. These ventures further cemented John's reputation as a versatile and accomplished musician. Interestingly, John's voice also made its mark in animation. Did you know that he was the original voice of Christopher Robin in Disney's Winnie the Pooh cartoons? His melodic tone brought the iconic character to life, making him a cherished part of many childhoods. Though John stepped away from acting after lending his voice to two Christmas TV movies in 2009 and 2010, his contributions to entertainment are timeless. Now, 69 years old in 2025, John continues to embrace his passion for music, focusing on creating and performing with the same dedication that first won over audiences so many years ago. 3. David W. Harper as Jim Bob Walton. The youngest Walton boy, Jim Bob, was not just the most adventurous, but also the most inventive of the bunch. In one memorable episode, he even built a car from scratch, a perfect reflection of his character's ingenuity and youthful spirit. David W. Harper, who played Jim Bob, started his acting career on the Waltons, but his time in Hollywood didn't stretch much beyond that. However, he did have a memorable role in the 1985 comedy Fletch, starring Chevy Chase, which remains one of his few acting credits. After his acting career, David explored different jobs and eventually decided to pursue a business degree. Now, at 62 years old in 2025, he lives a quiet, private life near Hollywood, but keeps a low profile, away from the entertainment industry. Despite stepping back from acting, when asked if he'd ever consider returning to film, he simply said, "Maybe." However, he still makes occasional appearances at Waltons-related events, like reunions and memorabilia fairs. He enjoys connecting with fans, though he values his privacy. David is also reportedly working on an autobiography, reflecting on his time as Jim Bob and what the experience meant to him. With a net worth of $100,000, David has found fulfillment outside of acting. While his life has shifted away from the spotlight, his role as Jim Bob Walton will always be a cherished part of his legacy. 4. Judy Norton as Mary Ellen Walton. Mary Ellen Walton, the oldest daughter in the beloved Walton family, was portrayed by the talented Judy Norton. Known for her role as the compassionate nurse, Mary Ellen captured the hearts of viewers, making her one of the most admired characters on the Waltons. For Judy, the show was more than just a job. It became a second family, shaping much of her life and career. After the Waltons, Judy decided to break away from her wholesome, family-friendly image, making a bold move by posing nude for the August 1985 issue of Playboy. This decision marked a dramatic shift in her career, and it certainly paid off. Along with Richard Thomas, she went on to have one of the most successful acting careers among the cast. But Judy's talents extend beyond acting. She's also a gifted singer, and if you get the chance, seeing her perform is an experience you won't want to miss. If you want to hear her music right away, you can find her 2016 CD Reflections, which Judy released to showcase her musical talents to her growing fan base. Her love for performance isn't limited to the stage. Judy is also an avid athlete, participating in competitive horse jumping, skydiving, skiing, and tennis. Her athleticism even earned her a spot on Battle of the Network Stars during the late 1970s and early 1980s. Judy's personal life has seen its own evolution. She was married to Douglas Taylor in 1976 at the age of 18, though the marriage ended in divorce 2 years later. She later married former football player Lynn Hughes, a union that also ended in divorce. Today, Judy is married to Robert Graves and has a son, Devin. Now, at 65 years old in 2025, she's still going strong. Judy starred in the web series The Quarantine Bunch alongside other well-known former child stars and appeared in several projects, including the 2022 film Motivation. With a net worth of $4 million, Judy Norton Taylor has remained a force in both the entertainment world and beyond, continuing to inspire fans with her versatility, talent, and passion for life. 5. Richard Thomas as John Boy Walton. Richard Thomas, known to millions as the beloved John Boy Walton, made a lasting impression on audiences before leaving the Waltons after its 5th season. Though his time on the show ended, it was far from the end of his career. John Boy quickly became one of the most cherished characters, and Richard's portrayal helped him land numerous offers. One notable opportunity came in 1979 when he starred in the first 3 parts of the iconic miniseries Roots, a role that only expanded his reputation. Even after his early success, Richard Thomas's acting career continued to flourish. One of his most memorable roles was in the critically acclaimed TV series The Americans from FX, where he appeared in 48 episodes. More recently, Richard showcased his acting talents in the 2021 film The Unforgivable and also lent his voice as the narrator for the 2022 Waltons revival, A Waltons Thanksgiving. Off-screen, Richard's personal life has also been quite notable. He married Alma Gonzalez in 1975, and the couple had 1 son, Richard, as well as triplet daughters named Pilar, Barbara, and Gwyneth. Sadly, they divorced in 1993. In 1994, Richard married Georgiana Bischoff, with whom he had a son named Montana and 2 daughters, Brooke and Kendra, from Georgiana's previous marriages. Richard's success is not limited to his acting career. He has built quite a fortune, with a net worth of $6 million. He and Georgiana have made smart real estate investments over the years. In 1995, they purchased a home in the Los Feliz neighborhood of Los Angeles for $600,000, later selling it for $1.765 million in 2004. That same year, they bought an apartment in New York City's Allwyn Court building for $1.55 million. They listed the apartment for $3 million in 2017 and eventually sold it in 2021 for $1.85 million. These days, the couple primarily resides in Santa Fe, New Mexico, where they enjoy a peaceful life away from the hustle and bustle of Hollywood. As of 2025, Richard Thomas, at 73 years old, continues to leave a mark in the world of acting, real estate, and beyond. 6. Eric Scott as Ben Walton. Scott, the 3rd youngest of the Walton children, became known for his rebellious and mischievous nature on the show. If there was trouble brewing, it was almost certainly Benjamin behind it. This character, full of spirit and energy, won over audiences and left a lasting impression. But after the Waltons, Scott's life took a different turn as he stepped away from the Hollywood spotlight to embrace the work ethic. He is now the proud owner of Chase Messengers, a thriving parcel delivery service in Encino, California, a business he first joined years ago as an assistant. Over time, his hard work and dedication paid off, allowing him to take the reins. While he no longer acts regularly, he still enjoys staying connected with his roots, frequently participating in the Waltons reunions and even appearing in A Walton Easter in 1997. These reunions provide a chance for fans to reconnect with the beloved characters from the show, and Scott is proud to be part of that ongoing legacy. Scott's personal life has had its ups and downs, too. He was briefly married to actress Carrie Louie before finding lasting love with Teresa Fargo. Sadly, Teresa passed away from acute myelomonocytic leukemia on November 5, 1992, shortly after giving birth to their daughter, Ashley. In March 2000, Scott remarried Cynthia Cindy Ullman Wolfen. Together, they have 2 children. Scott has found peace and happiness in his personal life, and his family remains a cornerstone of his existence. Today, at 65 years old in 2025, Scott resides in Los Angeles. Scott is not just a beloved former child star, but a successful businessman and family man. With a flourishing business, a loving family, and a connection to his past, Scott has created a fulfilling life for himself, far from the glare of Hollywood. 7. Ralph Waite as John Walton Sr. Now, Papa Walton is arguably one of the most successful actors to come from the Waltons. His journey to stardom was anything but traditional. Despite not starting his acting career until he was 30, Ralph quickly made his mark on the stage in New York City before making the move to Los Angeles. Once in Hollywood, he landed a few small roles, one of which was in the iconic film Cool Hand Luke. But it was his casting as John Walton Sr. that would forever change his life, and ours as viewers on the Waltons. Interestingly, Ralph Waite's life mirrored some of the struggles of his character. Before landing the role of John Walton, Ralph faced a battle with alcohol addiction. He has openly shared how portraying the kind-hearted, doting father helped him confront and overcome his demons. In fact, the role served as a turning point for him, as he joined Alcoholics Anonymous and stayed sober for the remainder of his life. After the Waltons wrapped up, Ralph Waite's career continued to flourish. During his time on set, Ralph directed 16 episodes, learning the craft of directing, a skill that would serve him well in the years to come. It's interesting to note how similar Ralph's journey was to that of Michael Landon from Little House on the Prairie. Both men struggled with alcohol, and both learned how to direct while starring as the paternal lead on their respective shows. He worked tirelessly as an actor, director, and writer, contributing to a wide range of projects over nearly 4 decades. Ralph's marriage also never slowed down. Ralph was married 3 times, with 2 of those marriages ending in divorce. His first marriage brought him 3 daughters, one of whom tragically passed away from leukemia at just 9 years old in 1964. He also had a stepson, Liam Waite, who followed in his footsteps and became an actor. In his later years, Ralph made a significant spiritual shift. After being away from organized religion for over 50 years, he reconnected with his faith in 2010 and became an active member of the Spirit of the Desert Presbyterian Fellowship in Palm Desert, California. Ralph Waite's career was defined by his unwavering dedication to his craft and his ability to overcome personal challenges. Even at 85, he continued to work, most notably with a 98-episode run as Father Matt on Days of Our Lives, proving his commitment to acting throughout his life. He also ventured into politics, running for Congress 3 times, driven by a desire to make a difference on the national stage. Tragically, Ralph passed away on February 13, 2014, at the age of 85. At the time of his death, his net worth was estimated at $2 million. 8. Michael Learned as Olivia Walton. Michael Learned, best known for her iconic role as Olivia Walton on The Waltons, began her career as a stage actress in San Francisco with the American Conservatory Theater, ACT. Her big break came when a TV producer cast her in The Waltons, where she portrayed the beloved matriarch. Interestingly, she was initially credited as Miss Michael Learned, a name more commonly associated with men at the time. Growing up on a rustic farm as the eldest of 6 sisters, Michael's childhood gave her the perfect foundation for playing Olivia Walton. Despite being only 11 years older than Richard Thomas, who played her son John Boy, her performance as Olivia anchored the show, earning her 3 Emmy Awards. So you'd think by now people would know her name, right? Well, think again. After The Waltons, Michael was in high demand, making guest appearances in shows like Gunsmoke. She later returned to TV with Nurse, winning a 4th Emmy Award. Even in recent years, her acting career continued to shine, with a standout role in Dahmer, Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer story in 2022. Beyond acting, Michael has been an advocate, especially during the pandemic, when she praised nurses and caregivers for their hard work. At 84, she expressed her sadness for the lives lost and her pride for the caregivers who were finally receiving the recognition they deserved. On the personal front, Michael has been married 4 times. Her first marriage to Peter Donat, which began when she was 17, ended in 1972. After a few more marriages, she has been happily married to lawyer John Doherty since 1991. Together, they live in California. In 2002, Michael revealed that she had struggled with alcoholism and, after hitting rock bottom, chose to get sober in 1977, marking the start of her spiritual journey. Today, Michael is not only remembered for her groundbreaking role as Olivia Walton, but also for her resilience and advocacy. With a net worth of $3 million, she's an inspiring figure who continues to make an impact both on and off the screen. 9. Mary Elizabeth McDonough as Erin Walton. Mary Elizabeth McDonough, the second oldest daughter on the Waltons, has turned her early success into a lifelong career, continuing to thrive in the entertainment industry. Her acting journey began with her first audition for the Waltons pilot movie, and by the time the show wrapped, she had grown into a seasoned actress with over 10 years of experience. After the Waltons, Mary Elizabeth's career in Hollywood blossomed, with roles in iconic TV shows like The Love Boat, Will and Grace, and a notable part in The New Adventures of Old Christine. Despite facing the challenges of living with lupus, an autoimmune disorder, she continued to work with dedication and passion, making her journey even more remarkable. In 2018, she took on a deeply personal and victorious project by adapting her own novel into a Hallmark movie, Christmas on Honeysuckle Lane. Not only did she write the story, but she also co-starred in the holiday film, demonstrating her versatility and commitment to her craft. In 2022, she appeared in The Contested Plains, further proving her resilience and ongoing presence in the entertainment world. However, Mary Elizabeth has faced some health challenges along the way. She has been open about suffering from lupus erythematosus, a condition she believes was triggered by leaking silicone from her breast implants. Despite these struggles, she remains an inspiration to many, balancing her career and health with remarkable strength. Today, Mary Elizabeth McDonough has a net worth of $2 million, a testament to her long and successful career in the industry. Her story is one of perseverance, passion, and personal triumph, proving that even in the face of adversity, she continues to shine. 10. Will Geer as Zebulon Grandpa Walton. Grandpa Walton had already been a force in Hollywood for decades before joining the iconic series. Acting since 1932, he reached new heights 40 years later, starring alongside Robert Redford in the classic film Jeremiah Johnson, and then becoming the beloved Grandpa Walton on TV. Talk about hitting the jackpot. His portrayal earned him well-deserved recognition, including 6 Emmy nominations and 1 win, solidifying his legacy as a beloved figure in television history. Off-screen, Geer had a rich personal life. In 1934, he married actress Herta Ware, and the couple had 3 children, Kate Geer, Thad Geer, and actress Ellen Geer. Ware also had a daughter, Melora Marshall, from a previous marriage, who followed in her mother's footsteps as an actress. Though Geer and Ware divorced in 1954, they remained close friends for the rest of their lives, showing the strength of their bond despite their separation. Geer's life was not only defined by his acting, but also by his deep commitment to political activism. In 1932, while working at the Tony Pastor Theater, he met Harry Hay, with whom he began a romantic relationship. The two became involved in various political causes, including the 1934 West Coast waterfront strike, during which they witnessed police violence against workers. Geer was a passionate communist and became an influential figure in Los Angeles's left-wing political circles. He and Hay were active in supporting laborers' rights, and Geer even introduced Hay to the Communist Party, where he became a dedicated member by 1934. When he wasn't acting or advocating for political causes, Geer enjoyed spending time in nature. He maintained a garden at his vacation home, Geer Gore Gardens, in Nichols, Connecticut, and regularly attended local 4th of July celebrations, often wearing his signature denim overalls and a hat. His small vacation home in Solana Beach, California, featured a front and backyard that were carefully cultivated as vegetable gardens, reflecting his love for a simpler, more sustainable lifestyle. Sadly, Geer passed away at the age of 76 on April 22, 1978, due to respiratory failure. As he lay dying in Los Angeles, his family gathered around him, singing folk songs written by Gere and Woody Guthrie and reciting poems by Robert Frost. His ashes were cremated and spread at the Theatricum Botanicum, a theater he had helped establish, in the Shakespeare Garden in Topanga Canyon, California. Though Gere's timeline ended before that of his character, Grandpa Walton, his impact on the show was undeniable. One memorable example was in the episode The Star, where Grandpa sees a falling star. Gere suggested using a famous line from Mark Twain, and the showrunners agreed, making Grandpa Walton's line, "I came in with Halley's Comet and I'll go out with Halley's Comet," one of the most memorable moments of the series. 11th. Ellen Corby as Esther Grandma Walton. When you think of Grandma Walton, it's hard not to picture Ellen Corby's unforgettable portrayal of the tough yet tender matriarch who kept the family together on the Waltons. But behind that beloved character was a real woman whose journey to success was anything but easy. Ellen's path to Hollywood was paved with perseverance and grit. In fact, as a young actress, she spent countless hours outside RKO Studios, sitting on the curb from 8:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m., pleading for work. It took weeks, but her persistence finally paid off when she landed a job as a script reader, marking the beginning of a remarkable career. From there, Ellen worked her way up, eventually earning recognition for her exceptional talent. She became a television powerhouse with over 265 acting credits to her name. Her career spanned several decades, and she appeared on numerous popular shows, including Lassie and Hawaii Five-0. But she didn't limit herself to TV. She also made memorable appearances in films, including an early uncredited role in It's a Wonderful Life. However, it was her role as Grandma Walton that truly solidified her place in Hollywood history. Her incredible work on the Waltons earned her 3 Emmy Awards, a testament to her dedication and talent. In her personal life, Ellen married film director and cinematographer Francis Corby in 1934. Despite their 10-year marriage, which produced no children, they eventually divorced in 1944. Ellen later found love with Stella Lucetta, her partner for the remainder of her life. Beyond the acting career, she also a teacher. In 1969, she traveled to India, where she trained with Maharishi Mahesh Yogi to become a teacher of transcendental meditation. She had been practicing the technique for years before deciding to take this step. However, in November 1976, Ellen suffered a stroke that temporarily derailed her career. Fortunately, she made a remarkable recovery and returned to the Waltons in March 1978. Michael Learned, who played Olivia Walton, recalled how Will Gere, who played her husband Zebulon Walton on the show, may have saved her life. When Ellen failed to show up for work, Gere, knowing she was a true professional, immediately suspected something was wrong. He and the show's producers went to her home, where they discovered that she had suffered the stroke. Ellen passed away in 1999 at the age of 87 at the Motion Picture and Television Country House and Hospital in Woodland Hills, Los Angeles. She is remembered at her memorial site in Forest Lawn Memorial Park in Glendale, California. Ellen Corby's legacy, both on and off screen, remains a shining example of resilience, determination, and the power of hard work. 12th, Beulah Bondi as Martha Corinne. Beulah Bondi portrayed the character of Grandma Esther Walton, the matriarch of the Walton family. Grandma Walton, a kind and wise figure, is known for her strong presence and warm guidance, embodying the nurturing spirit of a loving grandmother. Beulah Bondi's portrayal of this character added a sense of warmth and tradition to the series. Born in 1888 in Chicago, Illinois, she was a trailblazer in both stage and screen acting, leaving an indelible mark on American entertainment. Her passion for acting started at a young age, as she appeared in stage plays during her childhood, igniting a career that would span decades. Bondi made her Broadway debut in 1925, starring in the play One of the Family. From there, she continued to showcase her remarkable talent in major stage productions, establishing herself as a respected actress on the theater scene. Bondi's career spanned an extraordinary range, from the golden age of Hollywood in the 1930s through the 1950s to her continued success well into her later years. Her final television appearances on the show left a lasting impression, culminating in a memorable moment when she won an Emmy Award in 1976 for her role in the episode The Pony Cart. Even at the age of 87, she was still captivating audiences with her performances. Her ability to maintain such an impressive career throughout her life serves as an inspiration to all who aspire to follow their passions. Tragically, Beulah Bondi's life came to an end on January 11, 1981, at the age of 92. She died from pulmonary complications after suffering broken ribs from a fall in her home when she tripped over her cat. Her passing marked the end of an era in Hollywood, but her legacy lives on in the many unforgettable performances she gave. Bondi's remains were cremated and her ashes were scattered at sea, leaving behind the memory of a truly remarkable career. 13. Mary Jackson as Emily Baldwin. Mary Jackson, born in Milford, Michigan, in 1910, began her career in a rather different field than acting. During the Great Depression, she worked as a schoolteacher, a profession that helped her understand the importance of hard work and perseverance. However, her passion for the arts led her to make a bold decision to leave teaching behind and pursue a life on stage and screen. After graduating, Jackson took to the stage, performing in Summer Stock Theater in Chicago. Her early exposure to live theater gave her a solid foundation in acting, and she eventually moved into the world of television. The 1950s, often referred to as the golden age of television, marked the beginning of Jackson's on-screen career. She appeared in a range of popular TV shows, including Robert Montgomery Presents, Alfred Hitchcock Presents, and The Fugitive. These roles showcased her versatility and established her as a reliable actress in the industry. But it was in the 1970s that Jackson found her most iconic role as Emily Baldwin on The Waltons. Playing the loving and wise matriarch of the Baldwin family, she became beloved by audiences for her warm, endearing portrayal. The role cemented her place in television history, and Jackson would continue to act in TV shows throughout the 1980s and 1990s. She also made her mark in films, appearing in The Exorcist III, Leap of Faith, and A Family Thing, showcasing her depth and range as an actress in both dramatic and comedic roles. Despite her fame, Jackson remained a deeply grounded individual. She spent the final years of her life in Los Angeles, where she passed away in 2005 at the age of 95, just 2.5 weeks after celebrating her birthday. She was buried at Oak Grove Cemetery, bridge over the Huron River, leaving behind her husband of 68 years, Griffin Bancroft, Jr., whom she married on July 4, 1937. Her passing marked the end of a remarkable life, filled with accomplishments and cherished memories. Which character from The Waltons, 1972, do you like the most? Leave a comment below and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Goodbye.